So good to have you joining us on Valley News Live. We do have a few high clouds out there as we look in on the Devil's Lake Basin from our home of economy location there. Sunset, well, it's pretty, but it is, again, a chilly day. Hey, it is our Luther Family Ford Weather Kid Night. Aafy Afrasiab joins me all the way from the Barnesville area, right? Barnesville, what grade are you in, young man?
Fourth.
You look very sharp, all dressed up and suited, ready to go. What age are you then?
9.
9 years old. Do you have a favorite subject at school?
Math.
Ooh, I'm a numbers guy. I like math too. What about when you're not in school? What are some of your hobbies?
Football, basketball, and baseball.
Oh, all right. Very good. A little sports activity. And anybody you want to say hi to real quick, Aafy, before we get started?
My mom and my dad.
Okay, give them all a big wave. And now let's get talking about this weather. And why don't you point out to everybody what the current conditions are outside in the Fargo area right now. Let's see if we can pull those up. There you go. What's the temperature?
3 degrees.
Good. And what's it feel like outside?
-15.
Okay, why don't you tell everybody what you notice about that wind right there, right above your head?
It's the north-northwest at 14 miles per hour.
Perfect. So we are breezy from the north-northwest, so we're kind of bringing that Canadian air our way, and wind speeds are between 5 and 15 miles per hour for most of us. So take one step back, and why don't you point out, well, no, why don't you just point out where you see the warmest weather for everybody?
Headinger.
Yeah, very good. Way out in the southwest corner of the state, they're in the 20s there. And how about pick out 1 or 2 towns here in eastern North Dakota?
Where?
Right out over here. What do you see over here?
Cold.
Yep, it's cold. Now let's take a look into Minnesota as we turn the page over here. And why don't you pick out the coldest temperature that you see, Aafy?
Detroit. That.
Thief River Falls, way up here.
Yeah.
Yep, -1. So it was Detroit Lakes, but now they're a little bit colder. So we do have some places slipping below 0. How about the coldest wind chill? What do you see now, Aafy?
Detroit Lakes.
Good, 17 below. So bundle up. You want to make sure you're wearing mittens, hats, and all of that stuff because it is chilly out there. Now, this is the satellite and the radar. And why don't you point out whether you see clouds or clear skies over Fargo right now?
Clear.
It's pretty clear. And why don't you point out to folks on the weather wall back here, Aafy, where you're seeing the clouds?
In this area.
Yeah, so we do have some clouds. What's the blue stuff you see out here? Is that cotton candy?
Snow.
Snow. Okay, a little bit of snow going on. I was hoping for cotton candy, but not the case. Hour by hour forecast tonight. Temperatures near 0. What happens by 10 o'clock? Does it get colder?
Colder.
Yeah, and wind chills between 20 and look at that, 30 below 0. What's that blue stuff you see up there in Canada?
Snow.
Snow. So let's focus on that as we set it into motion. Where does the snow go? I'm going to pause this at 4 in the morning, and I assume you're not up walking to school at 4 in the morning, but why don't you point out some areas that might see a dash of snow in the overnight?
Valley City.
Good. Yeah, Findlay, Cooperstown, this area here might see a little bit of light snow. How about temperatures? Do they look cold?
Cold.
Yeah, so we're going to see temperatures jump off into the teens below, but they'll be rising. Watch this. By the time we get ready to catch the bus in the morning, why don't you point out what the temperature is in Fargo and a couple other towns?
-3 degrees.
Good. And let's take a look into Minnesota and point out to them what their temperatures might be. It'll be a little colder, right? Why don't you pick out 1 or 2 towns?
Detroit Lake, -6.
Excellent. So it's going to be chilly, sub-0 readings in the morning, wind chilly, bundle up. Then as we go through the day, it looks like more clouds or more clear skies, Aafy. What do you see?
Clouds.
Yeah, a lot of clouds out there. Temperatures do warm up, though, as we sneak into the afternoon hours. Why don't you tell us where the warmest weather you see is by the 5 o'clock hour?
Bismarck.
Yeah, very good. Way out in Bismarck, they're in the 20s. We have teens to the west. And what about near Barnesville? What do you see in the Barnesville area?
Between 12 to 8.
Yeah, somewhere between 12 and 8. So we could estimate maybe about a 10-degree reading tomorrow for you. Tomorrow night, we could have some fog. We'll have south winds, but the south winds will warm us up for the weekend ahead. So in Fargo, why don't you point out the temperature first thing in the morning?
-6 degrees.
Very good. Now, as we go through the afternoon, it looks like we peak right at about 13. What time does that happen at?
4.
Yeah, about 2 to 4 in the afternoon, and then after that, it looks like temperatures will be steady as we go through the evening with south winds picking up. How about those roads? It looks like you could ice skate on those. That's out near Sharon. Christina, thanks for sharing your photo. 7-day planner. Everybody wants to know what the weekend is going to be like, Aafy. Tell them about Saturday, would you?
It'll be 14 in the morning and 27 in the afternoon.
Very good. A little on the breezy side as we warm up. Subtly cooler Sunday. Why don't you go over Monday real quick?
16 in the morning and 27 in the afternoon.
Good. And a chance of?
Snow.
Yeah, we'll have a chance of snow, and then that'll usher in some much colder weather. Aafy, very nice job. Follow me back over here, young man. Got to tell you, it's going to be a nice break as we go from Saturday through Monday with temperatures between 20 and 30 degrees. A little bit of snow after that will carry us back into some more winter-like conditions. So that was a great job. What do you think? What's your favorite season?
Summer.
Summer?
Yes, when they have the potato days in Barnesville.
Ooh,
that's always fun, too.
It is fun, yes.
Yeah, Hutch?
Yeah, I got to tell you, if you want to sign up to have your kid join me and help me with the weather, you can do that at Luther Family Ford or log into valleynewslive.com, the contest tab at the top, and register there.
Thanks, nice job. Up next, out with the old and in with the new. Why that's important for those of you still operating 3G devices.